Hello, good evening. Judy here again, and the Lord has led me tonight to Second Corinthians chapter 2, verse 9. And so, just to quick background um, of this, it's Paul speaking to the Corinthians, or the Church of Corinthian, or Church of Corinth, and so. This verse says, "For to this end I also wrote, that I might put you to the test, whether you are obedient in all things." And so, are we supposed to be obedient in some things or all things? Regarding Jesus Christ. All things, right? And so, just as Paul, tested the Corinthians, I believe, to forgive others and so forth. He also tests us whether we will be obedient in all things, not just a few things or not just the majority of it, but in all things, in all his commandments, in every instruction that he gives us. And so we need to see whether we are, doing things according to his will, according to his word or not, And so, a good sign, I would say, that he is testing you is if he is silent. So if he, and you are stuck between two choices. And so if you're stuck between two choices and, he is quiet, and, he is usually quick to answer you, perhaps, and you're probably not seeing any answer yet through any prayer that you may be asking him for, to make a decision between two options. He may be testing you, whether to see what you would do, what you will decide in the end. And so whether you'll be obedient to him, what he's already been saying, because, he doesn't test us, without giving us like the material that we need to study, right? Just like any teacher, right? They give you the material and then you study it, and then depending on the tests, when the test comes, whether you've learned what you studied, and to see if you pass the test, right? Same thing with the Lord. He gives us the material, we study it, we need to, constantly apply it. And sometimes when he gives us multiple choice, right? He's gonna sometimes give us either two choices or maybe multiple choices. And so, according to what he's already been teaching us so far, he's going to be silent, just like a teacher is silent while, the students are taking a test. He too will be silent and see whether you will choose either option A, B, or C, or whatever, right? And so, that's, a sure sign that he is testing you. And, and it's sometimes a pass or fail, right? And so, of course, he'll be continuing to give you this test until, of course, you pass it and continue to pass it, right? And so, so if you've been obedient in all things, you've passed the tests that he has given you, if he's, and if not, just either continue to study his word and applying it. That way, when test comes, you already know what to do when it comes. And so, but if you've been obedient in all things, and the test then should be fairly easy, to pass, right? And so, continue to pass those tests, continue to study the material, his word, and applying it, of course, on a daily basis. And, just get easier and easier, for those tests that will be continuing to come, because He wants to refine us. He wants us to really know what we're doing, and to see whether we will be faithful to Him, of course, first and foremost, and to see if we will be with Him or against Him, right? And so, obviously He wants us to be with Him, right? But we have the option, right? And so yeah, continue to study the Word, continue to seek His face, and continue to be obedient in all the things that you have learned all your life, basically. And so, and continuing to learn, don't even if you pass a certain exam, it doesn't mean that you're going to pass the next one, right? If you don't study, you have to be constantly learning, constantly, seeking the scriptures and studying it, and to see and to test whether you will be approved, right? And so yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say with this video that the Lord inspired me to share with you all. And so I hope you got something from this, that it's a blessing, it inspired you or enlightened some of you perhaps as well through this video. I, of course, always learn from these videos that the Lord inspires me to share with you all. And of course, I am here to learn with you all. I'm not just a teacher or whatever. I'm also a student. I'm not I don't know everything, so we're just here to learn things together, right? All right, so thank you for watching until the end. Thank you so much. Thank you for my new subscribers for subscribing. Welcome to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, of course, please subscribe, comment, like, share. And again, thank you for those that just recently subscribed. And of course, thank you for those that have subscribed ever since the beginning of my channel, or that have been with me through the beginning, and through this journey of mine. And so I'm you're welcome, you're always welcome here, and I'm grateful and appreciative to you, right? And so God bless, take care, I love you, Jesus loves you, of course, so much more, and I'll see you in my next video.